Hey guys, this is Dave with Moniology. Hope everyone is having a great day. Today is October 30th, 2017, and we're going to do a precious metal sector review. Bottom line is we think that the metals markets are bottoming right now, and there are some great opportunities. We won't go into them at this point in this video, but we're just going to take a look at gold, silver, platinum, and some of the ratios in between these markets that will, in our opinion, point toward a rebound in the sector. For those of you who are new to our videos, we take a look at these sectors from weekly perspectives. We also do them on daily, hourly as well. But for this video, for the purpose of this video, we believe that the weekly time frame provides the best opportunity to kind of remove the short-term noise that we see day to day in the markets, and allow us to kind of take a step back and take a look at the big picture and identify the larger trends. So let's have a look at what's going on. All right, so taking a look at the gold weekly chart. Now, one thing we pointed out in the weekend market review is that the gold chart from a longer term standpoint has absolutely broken out. On a monthly level, we think that this is the beginning of a major bull market, bull stretch in gold that'll probably take the price back above 2,000. But bottom line is that we had this breakout in July of 2016 from this downtrend. Frankly, the breakout happened in April. We retested a couple times from the upside. We bounced and we rallied. We hit a high of 1362, and now we had this multi-week pullback here. Now we're consolidating below that middle Bollinger Band around that 1260 level. We've double bottomed here. If you look at the daily chart, we've double bottomed and we formed a little bit of positive divergence, and so we think that now we found support on the 50 on the weekly RSI, and now so far we've got this nice hammer pattern that's taking shape. And so, let me just draw this particular line over here. At this point, this is just a bullish flag, corrective pattern in the midst of a already bullish market in gold. So while the actual miners have been absolutely massacred, the metal has been actually performing relatively well, and we think that once this breaks out to the upside, the miners will definitely follow suit. Taking a look at silver here. Silver's been still hasn't broken out of its downtrend here. Started in 2016 around July, and we think that we're very close to that breakout point, and we're seeing some nice divergences on the daily chart. And as we'll see in momentarily, the ratio chart between silver and gold suggests that silver is starting to show strength against gold as well. So bottom line is we're still below the 50 on the weekly RSI, and we need to cross that level to get some really solid longer term momentum. But we're so close to this downtrend, and if we break out to the upside, expect to see 22, possibly as high as 25 to 28 at some point this year. I mean, that's saying a lot. That's going out on a limb there when we're just below 17 at this point, but the silver markets will move fast once the breakout is confirmed. Platinum has broken out of its downtrend that started in 2016 based on our pattern here, and now we've retested it a couple times from the downside, and we're building a little bit of a base between 900 and about 950, but the base is being confirmed with positive divergence here. And it just looks like this double bottom pattern here is going to break and resolve itself to the upside. Once that 50 level is broken out, definitely want to be looking at names in the platinum sector. Now, platinum miners like Impala, Anglo have done very well this year. Sibanye is one that you definitely want to consider. It's had some challenges, but there's some very good assets, and some very speculative miners like PLG, Platinum Group Metals, is another one that is ought to be on your radar. But bottom line is, platinum, we like the long-term potential here on platinum, given the low prices and the depressed prices it's seen over the last couple of years. Once this breaks out above 1200, look out. I mean, this can fly so quickly. It's pretty remarkable, the run that it could actually have when it does take off, and that might be years, but eventually it'll happen. Taking a look at silver to gold ratio as SLV versus GLD. This is the one that we're starting to see some higher highs and higher lows in their RSI, and so that represents higher momentum for silver relative to gold, and that's what you want to see. The stair-step pattern here in this ratio, if the market is indeed a bull market. And so you still want to break above that 50 level, but again, based on the silver chart, there's a lot of opportunity. It's like a coiled spring that's waiting to burst, and the question is when. GDX versus gold, you want to see the majors, the miners in general, outperform gold, and we have been doing so since basically. Rather, we've been underperforming gold since August of 2016, and now we broke out above this downtrend. Now we're consolidating above this trend line, and we think that this is going to break higher. And notice there's a little bit of an uptick here in RSI. Expect this to cross 50, and when it does, this should be confirmed, and ultimately GDX, the miners, will resume their uptrend against the metal, and that's going to be very bullish for the sector. Also, you want to see miners outperform the majors. For those of you short-term traders, this is what we look at. We look at this ratio on an hourly basis, sometimes 30-minute chart frame, to allow us to get a sense of whether the markets are ready to bounce. This allows us to see whether the markets are ready to start a new uptrend. Still weak here, but it's finally starting to find some legs. If it can break above that 38 level, which is very important RSI level, we're going to make a run most likely to test that 50 level. If it can break above the 50 level, then that's really the confirmation that we're indeed in a new bullish pattern here and trend in miners. Goldbugs Index HUI. Breakout has happened in July of this year. We've consolidated in a very bullish wedge type formation here, and we've found support on this trend line, which we're not surprised that we hit it. We've been charting this for a while, and so keep an eye on this. If this trend, this wedge, breaks the upside, that's further confirmation that we're indeed kind of turned the corner here on metals. Looking at the gold miners ETF GDX, again similar formation, broke out of this downtrend here. Now we're consolidating, just waiting right below the 50 on the weekly RSI to make a strong move higher. The miners here, the junior miners are finding support on that 38 to 40 level on the RSI, and above 30 there's very strong support. It's been basing out here ever since it broke out of this downtrend, and eventually it's going to move very quickly towards this 45 level. We think that this is going to happen this year. Finally, a couple more charts. Very important is the USDJPY. For some reason, precious metals, gold, trades inversely proportionally to the US dollar, Jap yen dollar chart. So we're basically at a triple top here, and triple top in terms of resistance, quadruple top. That 114 level seems to be very strong resistance, and we think that this is ultimately going to roll over and go back towards that 100 level, possibly lower, and that's going to be one of the reasons why precious metals are really going to take off in the not too distant future. And finally, the US dollar chart, we were bearish when we were at 103. Most pundits were bullish, calling all the way rally all the way to 110 and 120. We saw that the technicals were rolling over at 90. We saw that there was a bounce opportunity. We saw that here, but now we're meeting a lot of technical resistance. So whether we roll over here or break it a little bit higher and head higher here. Ultimately, we think that there's much lower prices ahead for the US dollar, and that'll result in much higher precious metal prices. Guys, that's it for the video here on the precious metals. Thanks for watching. Please do subscribe on YouTube, like our channel, like our video, and share with your friends if you like the work that we do. Send us a private note if you have any feedback or suggestions. Follow us on StockTwits at Moniology and on Twitter at Moniology. Thanks again, and have yourselves a wonderful week. Good luck with your trading.